Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Your Dry to Lit with part 9. So last episode, uh, we were, we went back, told Leslie what we found out from Meyer, or we did with Meyer, and then we went back to go and see if we could get more information, and then Leslie came, and then we found out that it was sort of like a setup, because Leslie wanted to show we were fine. Then Meyer offered to make a deal, and we are on our way to do the deal. No, not do the deal. Talk about the deal. So let's get into it. I hope this isn't the part where we get shot by a sniper through the window. The restaurant across the street wouldn't let my man inside, unfortunately. Ah, what a relief. The three of us stroll into the hotel room, still followed by the tense air from earlier. Meyer and Leslie have been constantly bantering on the way here, but I can't tell if it's genuine slyness or the playful kind. Quite a bit of both. Well, no point in wasting time, eh? Let's hear your proposal, Eastman. We're listening. Of course, I'm sure both of you are exceptionally busy men. We shifted into a fairly close circle, close enough that we don't risk our voices carrying too far. Yep, don't want anyone else to hear. Leslie stands nearer to my side than her, almost protective in his stance. I don't know what he thinks he can do. If worse comes worse, I guess I could pick him up to use as a battering ram. Yep. Yep. Wow. I assume you are already aware of my influence in our city and the control I have over a large amount of business. But not worth competing. There are a number of smaller, persistent groups that well, less organized and are still significant. And as a result of my extensive network, it's very familiar. I'm very familiar with the movements of these various outfits and their leads across Cleveland. In English, that means you know what the other games are up to, right? Precisely, Richter. He winks at me almost imperceptibly. Ah, great. Like I've finally been let in on some inside joke. I propose that I offer a steady stream of information that more than enough to fill reports for the FBI, surely at least for the time being. You'll discover a new warehouse to raid every other week, one that coincidentally belongs to a different organization than my own. Funny thing, how coincidences like that happen. Leslie quips, dryly glancing between Meyer and me. His gaze stays locked with mine for several seconds. One eyebrow raised in a "what do you make of this so far" kind of way. So, what would you be wanting in exchange? A level of discretion on my part that will allow me to carry on with my business. Meyer murmurs, his turns rather naturally, blowing off his nails and polishing them nonchalantly on his collar. I'll see to it that my men keep their noses clean. After all, I'm interested in providing alcohol to customers, not filling the streets with bodies of my enemies. Very poetic. That's certainly more where that came from. He doesn't even make eye contact, instantly gazing in another direction, but his tone is decent enough to get the message across. What is it? Leslie narrows his eyes a little at Meyer. Is he trying to read him, or has he already made up his mind? Believe me, I don't doubt that a part of this conflicts with your sense of justice as detectives. After speaking with Richard, I wouldn't expect anything less. But you're both logical, practical men. Try to view the situation through a more objective lens. There's a short pause, but an important one. My mind flashes back to my conversation with Leslie. Our doubts and guilt over what we're doing. If you took me to jail right now, and by some miracle managed to convict me, someone else will only step up to take my place. This war on liquor will never really end. It should never have existed to begin with. All it succeeded in doing was create a different sort of industry, a more dangerous one. With all that in mind, his dark green eyes flicked from me to Leslie, and back to me. Why not compromise and make your employees happy in exchange for making the American people happy? Once she finishes speaking, a long silence falls over the room. Leslie rubs at his shoulders with one hand, staring at the floor with a deep, brooding expression, and I fall into my own complicated thoughts. I've always wanted to control crime, uphold the law, and fall asleep with a clean conscience every night. But when it comes to prohibition, the same question keeps resurfacing in my head. Is enforcing this law really the right thing to do? Should we follow federal orders like mindless slaves, or should we make our own judgments in cases like that? I see a glance up at Meyer. He returns my gaze with a gentle, calm smile, eyes glimmering curiously. Richard? Oh, he's gonna ask us what we want. Leslie turns to face me, his features carefully composed and neutral, in an unusual neutral look. Mask. Oh my god, I can't talk. In an unusual neutral mask. Any thoughts? Deciding to take my apparently crippling honesty speak for me, I take a deep breath. I don't think prohibition. Oh God, I was doing so good, and then this happens. Okay. I don't think prohibition is meant to last. It didn't last. It. I take pride in my job, but I get nothing out of enforcing Volstead's middle finger to America. Snatching away a hooch just to suit the Fed's fancy, that doesn't sit right with me. And as for Meyer, I think he's right, boss. Mm-hmm. With him or without him, the liquor business here would keep going, and I'd rather someone like Meyer run it than some crew out for blood as a profit. You're right. Leslie chews on his lip. He's wavering on the brink of deciding something, but I can't tell which way he's leaning. Whatever decision you made, boss, I'll stand behind it. You can count on that. We will, Leslie. We'll always stand behind your decisions. Whatever you decide, we'll stand behind it. I know, Richard. That's why you're my partner. After a lengthy pause, Leslie finally breaks into a faint smile, turning his eye. Leslie, listen. I can't promise a deal will hold forever, Meyer. There's always the risk that someone will find out, or we'll get moved onto a different case. I'm well aware, so few good things last forever. But that's more of a reason to enjoy them while they last, isn't it? I'll drink to that, all right. Yes, that is a good reason. He suddenly takes a deep, sharp breath, eyes flashing. Damn, it sure feels good to spit in Volstead's eyes. That son of a bitch. Meyer surprised and grabbed Myron's hand firmly, shaking it with pure determination. In fact, he seemed so convicted that I have to wonder how hard the decision really was for him. He wasn't just pausing for dramatic effect back then, was he? Probably was. My sister got married last week and the reception was completely dry, not a drop of booze in sight. Hmm. Have you ever had to sit through 15 wedding speeches completely sober? I've never prayed so hard for the rapture in my life. As his hand is pumped up and down by an enthusiastic Leslie, Myron breaks into delighted laughter. Maybe the first time I ever heard him be so loud. Whether it's from amusement or relief, though, I can't really tell. Well, this is a cause for celebration, gentlemen. Wouldn't you agree? Meyer steps over to the door, lightly knocking 4 times. A few seconds later, it opens suddenly, and someone discreetly hands him a bottle and several wine glasses. That you had them bring it here? Wasn't that a bit presumptuous? I only make bets I'm confident in. I have a feeling we're going to get along just fine. Me too. Me too. I have a feeling that Richard is too. Richard's gonna get along just fine. They exchange playful glances. And then their eyes slide over to me. Why do I suddenly feel like a rabbit spotted by a pair of lions? Hey, what are you? Before I knew it, the two had taken my arms, pulling me over to the foot of the bed. What's happening? Like they're operating on some new unspoken pact. They sandwich me between them before I can even finish my protest. Shall we toast to the success of our new partnership? Don't mind if I do. You're a true gentleman after all, Meyer. Leslie holds out his glass, and Meyer casually reaches over me to pour. And of course, we shouldn't forget the wonderful little detective who brought us together, should we? Well, it's really nothing. I humbly nominate him as our ambassador, the key component to making sure our arrangement runs smoothly. That's actually not a bad idea. He can't tell a lie to save his life, so it's better for him than undercover work. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. What the? I didn't agree to this, did I? Hello? Agree? Richard, please. You're merely continuing the role you already have. You heard the man, Richter. Ambassador is a great sounding title, too. I'm jealous. Then you can take it lightly. Very funny. You fellas. You're a real riot. As I grumbled to myself, watching the deep ruby liquid flow into Leslie's glass, my mind begins to picture how many other deals like this will take place while oh my god, I can't say it. Prohibition goes on. It's already changed our country forever, changed us as Americans forever, though I doubt we'll understand the full scale of it for many, many years. But when I think about all the detectives and officers who will one day reach the same conclusion as us, I have to wonder, just how much longer will this dry America last? Not long, I don't think it lasted long. I don't think it lasted long. I might be wrong. I think it's perfectly fair to keep him 4 days a week with me. 4 days? You greedy bastard, trying to manipulate him, eh? Oh, is it? Richard's like, what has happened? I tuned back in at a good-natured argument, one that seems to be about, what if we shared him for 1 day? Surely a reasonable man like yourself would agree to that, Leslie. Shared him for a day, eh? I think that can be arranged. What the hell kind of conversation are you? Never mind. Yeah, he figured out it was about him. Look at him. and his feelings are pure. Prohibition, 1920 to 1930. And that's, is that it? Yep. And that's it. That's it. That's the game. See you later, guys. And if you liked it, like, comment, and subscribe.